tailored skirt block, and it's a straight skirt. Okay. So the first instruction, or the first thing you do is you check the measurements, and we are going to do size 12. Okay. And the size 12 measurements you can confirm from the book. The waist is 68 centimeters, the hips is 93, and the full length we have not been given because it is according to style. Okay. Then we have the waist to hip measurement, which is 20.6 centimeters. So the first thing you do is you square down and across from point 1. Okay. This way. Yes, there. Square down and across from point 1. It's difficult because of this edge. So point 1 is here. Okay.
Yes.
You square down also from point 1. So point 1 to 2 is half hip measurement plus some ease, which is 1.5 centimeters. So can you calculate the half hip measurement? It is 93, isn't it?
Yes.
So half of that,
46.5.
plus 1.5 centimeters of ease. It comes to 23 divided by 2 plus 1.5 centimeters. It gives us 48.
Yes.
So 1 to 2 is 48 centimeters. So that's our point 2. Okay.
Yes.
Then you also square down from point 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And after you square down, you make this your center front line. So you have to indicate this is the center front. You just write the initials CF. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So point 1 to 3 is the skirt length. And as I had said before, we are not given the skirt length because it is according to the design. In this case, we can make our length to be 70 centimeters. Okay.
Yeah.
70 centimeters is just below the knee. So our length 70 centimeters there. So we have to increase the length. So this is our point 3. Okay. Yeah. From point 3, you square across to point 4, which will meet the center front line. Square across to point 4, which is going to meet this line. Here's the rubber, and have the rubber here. So this is our center front line. This is the center back. Okay. And you also have to indicate. Give me an eraser behind you on my watch. For the eraser. Meanwhile, we can continue. So point 1 to 3 is our start length. And this is the center back, this is the center front. Okay. So the next thing you do, you move from point 1 to point 5. And point 1 to 5 is the waist to hip measurement, which of course we've been given. What is it there? 20.6 centimeters.
Yeah.
So you measure 20.6 centimeters. It's here. Then you square across. You square across. Yeah. Square across to 0.6 on the center front line. This is 0.5. This is 0.4. We had squared across from 0.3. Okay.
Yes.
So the next thing, we move to 0.7, which is in between 5 and 6. And 0.7 is the quarter hip measurement plus 1.5 centimeters is. Do that very fast. Quarter hip measurement plus 1.5 centimeters of ease.
4.75.
That is quarter plus 1.45, right?
Yes.
All right. So you come and mark 1.5, 20,
24.75.
4.75 should be here. So this is our 0.7. Then you square down to 0.8 on the hemline. We are calling that hemline because it is our skirt length. Okay.
Yeah.
So you square down. This is our 0.8. Okay.
Yeah.
The next thing we do is we move to the waist, and we are going to take quarter measurement of the waist. Okay. You can be calculating that. So we take quarter measurement of the waist, then we add the dart measurement. Remember, if you look at this skirt, any straight skirt, it has two darts on the back, the way this is,
Yeah.
and one dart on the front. Okay. So that measurement is 2 centimeters, and we have two darts. Therefore, the dart measurement in total will be 4 centimeters, isn't it? Plus some 0.25 is. So that gives us the quarter waist measurement plus 4.25. 21.25. So you move away from 21.25.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our 0.9. Is that okay?
Yeah.
From 0.9, we move up 1.25 centimeters to 0.10. So that's our 0.10. There. So the next thing we will do, we are going to join 0.1 to 10 and 10 to 7 with dotted lines. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Yes. It's 1.25 centimeters. Okay. Right. So now we join 0.1 to 0.10 with dotted lines. Then 10 to 7. Again with dotted lines.
So how do you use
Sorry? You just break the lines. Break the lines. Okay. So having done that, we're going to square down using the line 1 to 10. We will square down from that line, and before we do that, we're going to divide the waist by 3. So we've got to measure this 1 to 10, then we divide by 3. Okay. It's 21.25, isn't it? So divide that by 3. 7.1. 7.1, you're fast, eh?
Yeah.
Good. 7.1.
Yes.
So there and there. So we've divided our waist into 3 using the line 1 to 10. So the next thing we do is square down from this point. This is point 11, this is point 12. So you indicate 11.12. So we square down with broken lines again.
And how do we get that length?
That length has been given. We are going to get to that.
Yes.
So just square down first. Yeah. Right. So moving from point 11 to point 13 here will be our dart length, which of course this is 14 centimeters, this is 12.5 centimeters. So we measure from point 11 to point 13, 14 centimeters. So 14 is here. Then our second dart length is 12.5 centimeters. Okay, so you indicate. So this is our point 13,
Yeah.
this is 14. So from there, we are supposed to construct two darts along those lines, and the dart width is 2 centimeters. Meaning, we're going to put 1 centimeter on either side of the line. We do the same to the other side. Okay. Yeah. Then we join the dart width to the base. This other side also. That way. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to curve the hip outwards. Okay. So from point 10, point 7, we get the center by just measuring. It's 22, so meaning the center is 11.
Yeah.
So you indicate where 11 is, and then you go out by half a centimeter or 0.5. Yeah. Having done that, you now curve your hip outwards using the French curves. You try the one that fits best.
Yes.
So this is a variform curve. It's normally best for the hips. So we are almost done with our back part. We're going to move to the front part. Okay. So what we're going to do next, we'll tackle the waist the same way we did to the back part. So from point 2 to 15 is quarter the waist measurement plus 2.25. All right, we are through with the back part. We are moving to the front part. And we are going to tackle the waist the same way we did with the back part. We get the quarter waist measurement, then we add 2.25 centimeters. Now, if you noticed, on the back part, we added 4.25 centimeters, isn't it? But we are adding 2.25 on the front. Why? Because there's only one dart. Good. So, what is it?
19.25.
19.25. There. So you mark, this is our point 15. Okay.
Yes.
Then again, we move up by 1.25, the same way we did with the back. There. This is our point 16. Okay.
Yeah.
The next, we have to join point 2 to 16 and 16 to 7 with dotted lines again. should be calculating. Let me measure and then you calculate. The next thing we do, we again divide the waste by 3. So it's 19.25. 19.5 divided by 3. 19.5 divided by 3. 6.5. So 6.5 is there. Then there. Okay. So our first point here is point 17. Okay. If you notice, the numbers are moving in sequence. Okay. So from point 17, we are again going to square down using the line 2 to 16. Okay.
Yep.
With dotted lines, of course. Yeah. So our dart length for the front is 10 centimeters. The back darts are longer than the front. Okay. So our next point will be point 18. So we measure from point 17, 10 centimeters, which is there. Then we construct our dart, which is 2 centimeters wide. Okay. So we are going to do a centimeter on both sides of the line. There. And then we construct our dart. Good. What are we doing next? Point 18. This is point number 18. So the next thing we will do, we are going to again measure this line from 16 to 7, then we get the center. It's the same, 22. So the center is here. Then we move outwards 0.5 centimeters. So you measure, and then you indicate. Then we curve the hip outwards using the variform curve. It's there. So having done that, the last thing we are going to do is we are going to curve the waist inwards a bit. So using your variform curve again, just slightly. That way. Also this one. We do the same to the front. The curve is almost invisible. And we are done, just like that. So the next thing you do, for the very last, you get the green line because this is a straight skirt. Okay.
Yep.
And the green line, you measure from the center back. Doesn't have any specific measurements as long as the line is straight and parallel to the center back and the center point all through. So I've measured 11 centimeters. Go down and measure the same, 11 centimeters. Then I join, Which one is it? Yeah. This. So this indicates that the skirt will be placed on straight beams. Okay. So we do the same to the front. Let's just measure 11 also. Then now you just indicate which block it is. It is skirt block. Just write. Start block. Which size?
Size 12.
This is full scale, not quarter. Also indicate the same. The right on the front skirt,
Hip line.
size
12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
Then this is the construction line for the hip
9.
and the hemline.
Yeah.
We are done.